Greetings everyone. So for today I'm going to pick up another series from the Kaspersky New Year's Invitational tournament. This time it's a European versus European face-off with two very experienced players. And you're going to have here on the red Protoss, DuckloadRa, which you guys already know. It's WhiteRa. He's just using this name because he has an agreement, a contract with the website Duckload, and well, he's just earning his living. The name is kind of funny actually. And as you guys know, Ukrainian Protoss master on this side, and he's going to be facing against the green Terran here, mouzNaama. Naama is a player from Finland, member of Team mousesports as well, and he just took the win. He got first place on the DreamHack event, if you guys recall, even dominating over some Korean players that were playing there. So pretty impressive result for him, actually building up his reputation and the name for itself. So PVT on this face-off here on Zelnaga Caverns. I really like Naama, by the way. Haven't been checking much of his matches, but I did follow him on the DreamHack event, and he was pretty impressive there. But let me be honest with you, I always enjoy seeing WhiteRa playing, and I mean, he's such a veteran. He's been playing this game. I remember him on the beta, was like one of the forces to reckon, and well, he's just sturdy here, standing his ground, and once again getting into the competitive scene. After he got married, he had a break, but now he's back in full force apparently. So let's follow this match. Let me get the HP bars and production tabs going. As you can see for now, Duckload actually having a pretty interesting positioning of his gateways, probably to start closing the access to the back of his mineral field. I mean, if he actually is able to finish off this little bit there as well, only by air it will be possible to actually come here and harass. Meanwhile, on Naama's side, he went for the racks, already has a supply depot, is not very worried facing a Protoss to get any kind of early wall off there. He knows that he got a bit of time. For now, getting the first racks down and already having some Marines coming out. First SCV arrived on DuckloadRa's, WhiteRa's base, taking a look around, just browsing. There's not much to see at the moment. As you can see, it's gateway into Cybernetics core, a fairly standard opening for Protoss players. Not much has changed on that matter since the early stages of this game, by the way. There's plenty of gateway into Cybernetics core. Supply depot going down there as well. Or already the orbital command running, so I assume there will be some mules coming out soon enough, while WhiteRa continues his build, now picking up the second gas and gonna be working out of 2 gas pretty soon, fairly early. I'm not sure if he's gonna be committing himself to any kind of heavy gas play. We'll see pretty soon, I guess. Also, the positioning of these pylons here is interesting. This one is just preparing to establish some buildings on this area, I would say, but this one on the back might have a double purpose. One of them might be to hide some tech, just build a building here and avoid some scans from the Terran player. The other one is, if there's any advance, any approach from the Terran player on this area here, coming from south, maybe some Banshee play for example, he will be able to spot it before it enters the base, and will give him like 4 or 5 seconds to react. It's pretty useful, to be honest. One of the tricks used by Protoss players on this map, and fairly useful, obviously. As you can see on Naama's side, he went racks into factory and now the starport. So it's the 1-1-1 opening for Naama. Already the wall off finished with the bunker loaded with Marines. While on WhiteRa's side, he's now getting a robotics facility. Fairly quick one. He went gateway into Cybernetics core into robotics facility. Not sure if he's preparing any kind of special trick for Naama. I would say that for now might be for something pretty standard, maybe getting an observer out and take a look at what Naama is doing. Also keep in mind that he's leaving this probe here just hanging. Look at it, just patrolling back and forth. Might be preparing some kind of proxy pylon later on, probably to prepare a surprise push into Naama, or maybe catch Naama with his forces advancing into his base and just have a flank on his back. Might be an option, or even enter and make a surprise attack, a counter attack on his main base. What else is getting built here? Another gateway and another one. So 3 gateway play pretty soon for WhiteRa while he musters up his forces. There's not much for now. It's just sentries, zealots, and stalkers. Not much going on. He's just starting to muster up his forces. Meanwhile, Naama sending the first Hellion that got instantly destroyed. What else is he building on his base? Still the 1-1-1, and now a second racks going down. And also interesting, an armory getting built on the back. So are we going to see some kind of Thor play? Another rack, so 3 racks play pretty soon, and also getting a Raven This is very curious. Okay, the Raven is quite effective against Protoss players, especially when they go Stalker heavy. The point defense drone is so effective, just brilliant unit to be used against Stalkers. But as you can see for now, let's take a look at the unit count. There's not many Stalkers, it has like one for now, so the use of that Raven might be minimized, at least for now, unless WhiteRa decides to go all the way Stalker later on. For now he's picking up his Nexus on the Natural Expo and expanding, making sure that on the Econ game he's going to be able to stabilize it and probably stay ahead of his opponent, because as you can see on Naama's side, he's not even building any more command centers, so I think he's committed for now to a one base play, which is fine for Terran, but if the game goes on to the later stages, he will have to do something else. He probably will have to expand. First Thor coming out, also Banshee, so a very powerful mech play here. Not sure exactly what the plan is. I do know that WhiteRa is getting more Immortals out, and the Immortals pack a huge punch against units like Thor's. Thor will be effective against probably some air units. For now there's none. WhiteRa has just been committing himself to this fairly powerful army. Plenty of sentries as well. Let's see the units once again. 2 Immortals, 2 Stalkers, 4 Sentries and 3 Zealots against 14 Marines and 1 Thor. So Marine heavy, no Marauders for now, and that Raven coming out, and now there's some Banshees getting ready, probably to back up the main force. I wonder if he's preparing any kind of time push. Let's see, the first units are coming out finally. He's arriving on his Natural Expo, still hanging there. He didn't went straight up, but now apparently he's gonna advance. I think he was waiting for that Banshee to make the push, and meanwhile DuckloadRa had the control on this Xel'Naga Watchtower, so he was keeping tabs on the movements from Naama and spotted this push here. He noticed the units that are advancing. Also a lot of reinforcements incoming with a single Thor, and there's also some siege tanks getting built. And notice the amount of SCVs that are advancing. Those SCVs are quite effective when you have them repairing the Thor. The Thor gets a lot more resistant, as you might imagine. And now WhiteRa getting on this corner a Stargate, so I would say that he's preparing himself to transition into some kind of air offense, but keep in mind that those Void Rays are very fragile and need to be properly protected. Incoming the Immortals, packing a huge punch on this Thor, but notice all the SCVs repairing it, and it's so hard to get it destroyed. Finally destroyed, even with the SCVs repairing, so massive damage coming out of those Immortals, but at what price? He lost all of his Immortals now, and there's not much left of his army. WhiteRa is not even building anything at the moment. I think he's just in shock, pulling back with all his units, making sure he's going to be able to muster it up, and now finally getting a Void Ray out, while Naama advances into his main base and starts shooting at his Nexus, pulling all of his drones out, all of his probes, out of his mineral line, fending off this assault, pushing away with the siege tank now backing it up. Nice micro by Naama, picking up that Thor, pulling it to the back, making sure it won't get destroyed, while the Zealots advance into that auto turret that was dropped by the Raven. I guess the Raven doesn't have many targets to use his point defense drone, so just went for an auto turret to help out on the defense of the units that are trying to make this first push, while WhiteRa is just flanking on the side, and he's going to advance once again, this time with the Void Ray backing up his Immortal and some Zealots. There's a lot of SCVs on the front trying to defend the access to that Thor. That Thor has been a key to this assault, and look at him getting repaired while the Immortal blasts away against it. Now with the full Void Ray trying to finish it off, will it be able to? No, the HP keeps going up. Oh my god, how nasty are those SCVs repairing the Thor. More Zealots advancing, probably slicing those SCVs, finishing off that repair. No, they're still around, and there's plenty of SCVs there, while this siege tank blasts away against the units of WhiteRa and finishes them off. Once again, Naama able to advance into the Natural Expo. WhiteRa forced to pull all his probes out of the mineral line, and only has a couple of Zealots and the Void Ray to defend. Now let's see, focusing fire on that Nexus, trying to get the base down and finish off that expansion. Once again, Naama pulling back, but nice strategic move. As you guys can see, there's the siege tank already sieged there on the back, so every time he pushes back and attracts the units from WhiteRa, he's just blasting them away. Nice positioning there. The Thor and the Marines trying to finish off the Nexus, still very far away from it. Plenty of Zealots and an Immortal backed up by 2 Void Rays now. One of them is really fragile. WhiteRa needs to be careful while he positions this Void Rays or else he's gonna lose them. And the Nexus is almost finished. Oh, just a little bit more and boom, there goes the Nexus. There goes the natural exo from WhiteRa, and now WhiteRa is on serious troubles. He's trying to get a flank on the back of Naama, maybe making him take away out of his position where he had the siege tank, and he accomplished that. But now there's a big wave advancing into the ramp to the main base, and the WhiteRa just packing a punch, trying to shoot as much as possible, but there's not enough here. A single Void Ray just come out and only 2 Stalkers against Thors and Marines and the siege tank just wasn't enough. Just irresistible force, and Naama took away the win on this first match. Taking a look at their bases, what else they built? They didn't build much else. Naama was committed to this one base play with a powerful push, and WhiteRa as well. He was just trying to get as many units as possible so he could at least fend off this assault, but wasn't successful. Well, so first game done, Naama leading 1-0. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. See you all later.